Hey everybody, it's been a long time since we streamed, and I hope you guys are doing alright, and hopefully I am streaming properly, because it's been a while. Um, but let's see, am I in frame? Camera angle is kind of weird, because I'm not quite looking at you guys. I have to figure out where to put the face cam with my current setup, but basically today what we're going to work on is Decoden. I believe that's what it's called. Where basically you take this silicone cream icing and you put cute charms on it and make a cute frame. So I've got two frames here and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. I'm going to see how the charms fit around it, and let me adjust the camera a little bit. I think it's a little bit close. Ooh. There we go. I think that's good. I've got it on autofocus, so I hope it'll focus when we need it to focus. So while I was at the store, I did kind of take a picture of how I wanted it to look. And I've got my icing thing, and I'd figure out how to attach to thingy. But first, before we get into this, let's see which of these frames we're gonna use based on how much it'll fill up the space. So I picked this up recently at a boba place in Orlando, Florida, when we were checking out Mills 50, and basically we just were wandering around the area just to see what's in there, because I know it's got a lot of new restaurants and old restaurants, and they're trying to spruce up the place, trying to make it into like a cool cultural center. So we wanted to see what was there, and we happened by this boba shop that had a little area for Decoden. And before, I'd only seen this online, and I've never seen it anywhere or where to get these little bits before. So my mom and I both picked out things to decorate with, and here we are. So it's been several weeks that I've had this with me, and so I just realized, there we go, I had to figure out this camera situation. There we go. Yeah, I think all you're getting is my eyes. I really gotta back this camera up a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll get it situated. So you get my eyes and a little bit of my headphones. And yeah, where was I? So my mom and I were in Orlando and we picked these up. Wait, am I missing some pieces? No, this is it. This is all the pieces. Anyways, so we were walking around Mills 50 in Orlando, and we stopped by this boba shop called Springtime. I think Springtime Boba, or Springtime Tea, something like that. And they had this Decoden stuff. I think this brown frame is going to work better than this white frame I picked up, just because it's wider. So let's go ahead and use that. But yeah, so I've had this for about a few weeks now, and I'm just now getting to do it. And I figure, since I'm on vacation right now, I might as well take this opportunity to get it done. Otherwise, I may never get it done. I'm going to go ahead and take out this frame part so we don't get the glass stuck to the frame. think I'm gonna try to tape the nozzle to the thing. Let me mute the mic so that you don't hear this loud tape ripping noise. Oh, we so ghetto right now. So this past weekend was Anime Los Angeles, and it actually takes place in Long Beach, not in direct Los Angeles. And that is why I'm actually on vacation right now, is because I was supposed to go there to vend, but due to the emergency situation that we had with sugar, I didn't feel right going, and so Alex did this solo for me, so we could, hopefully that tape noise isn't too bad for you guys, so hopefully that we could, earn back some of the expenses that we were already in the hole for. And that was this past weekend. And so, as you guys know, there is a fire that's going on in Los Angeles, like multiple fires going on. So we didn't know how the weekend was going to go, and we totally knew that people had a lot more things that they were worried about, concerned about, they're going to a con. So we didn't know if anyone was actually going to show up, but there was a decent turnout. We didn't make a whole ton of money, but we made enough to cover our expenses, and that's all I could hope for, honestly. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me focus on getting some of this icing on here. Wonder if I have enough. I feel like I should have practiced this first. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough icing. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so we actually were able to break even, which is a big relief, because I honestly thought we were not going to make any money this weekend because of everyone being, evacuated and having way more important things to do with the fire. But y'all showed up, and for everyone who supported us by buying something from us, or even just stopping by to say hi, I can't tell you enough how much we really appreciated it, and how much Alex appreciated it, because he was out there on his own doing his best for the team while I stayed behind and took care of sugar. Now, for anyone wondering what happened, the night that we were supposed to be packing up to leave for the trip, Sugar started having a seizure. She started at like 2 o'clock, and I'd never seen a seizure before, like in person, so I didn't know what to do. I held her, and then as soon as it stopped, I went to the vet to see what was going on, like what I needed to do, what was happening, because I was in the middle of packing and getting ready to go, so I had no idea like what we were gonna do, or if I was gonna be able to still go. I just know I needed to get her to the vet, and so I did that. And the vet initially thought, because of her heart murmur issue, that maybe she was just had something called syncope, which I think is when the brain and heart signal get interrupted, I believe. Don't quote me, I'm not a professional. I'm just like trying to recall from memory. And yeah, so that could have caused a seizure. So they gave me some like general meds for it and said that, like, when I get back, I should probably do a what do you call it, sonogram, to see what could have caused it. But yeah, it got worse. So by let me pause this for a second because the tape's gonna get real loud. Okay. Sorry, there was like a lot of tape noise that I don't know how loud it was going to be, so I had to pause for a second. But yeah, so basically we went to the vet. They gave us meds for the first time, and was going to see through the night, see how we were doing, and I could always still cancel if I had to, but we would keep packing. And my mom, who was going to be watching the dogs, said that she was comfortable watching them even with the potential for the seizure, because she had dogs that were older that also had it before. So she said, go ahead and go. She'd watch out for the doggies. But unfortunately, by 7 o'clock that night, she had another one. And at that point, the normal vet was already closed. So we went to the ER to see what they could do, but they said there was essentially nothing they could really do because they didn't see the seizure happen, and that, next time I should try to record it, time it, like get some data, and they could run blood work if I wanted them to. So we had blood work done earlier that morning, but I didn't get a copy of the results from the vet. I thought I did, but basically the only thing that I had gotten was general information sheet about kidney diseases and heart diseases and things that might be related to what she was going through. So I didn't have the blood work, and they wouldn't be open until 7 o'clock in the morning. And I could get the blood work done again, but I just didn't know if I should or not, because we just had it done, and it would be another charge again. And when your loved one is ill like this, it's easy to say, like, just do whatever, but we have to also think responsibly, because there may be more vet bills and stuff coming along the way, so we have to kind of plan for it wisely. So since there wasn't anything that they could do at that time, we decided to take her back home and be prepared next time if it were to happen again. And unfortunately, it did happen again, much to our panic and distress, and we called the ER that we had gone to first, but the doctor was in surgery and wouldn't be able to help us. So we ended up going to another ER that helped us, and they gave us our options and suggested maybe we do a sonogram, the one that the vet had suggested before. And we called around to different ERs, and basically there wasn't anyone who could give a sonogram at that time. So we told them, what can we do to stop the seizures? Like, we can't let her have another one. The last one she had was felt like it, I think we had recorded it and timed it, and it seemed like it was at least 3 minutes, but it kept going on a little bit longer, and we didn't know exactly when the seizure stopped and when she was just panicking. So it could have been anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, which was really long. And so, yeah, they put the anti-seizure medicine in her with the IV, and we took her home. They gave me extra medicine, and a couple hours later, Alex flew out for NMALA, and I stayed home with Sugar. And at 7 a.m., I called the vet, asked for a copy of the blood work, and that I was going to try to get a sonogram. And they told me that they actually had someone coming on Friday, and that if I wanted to wait and just get it done then, and get a refill on the anti-seizure meds and see how it went. So that's what I ended up doing. She hasn't had another seizure again since the anti-seizure meds, but she's still a little wobbly and weak, and so I've just been keeping an eye on her. I could have gone back to work, I suppose, at least remotely, but I wanted to keep giving her my full undivided attention for the next few days while I see what happens. And so that's what I'm going to do for the next few days, and if all seems well, she has no more seizures, then I'll try to see if I can work for her remotely for the rest of the week, and then we'll take it from there. So that was a little bit heavy to talk about with this weird bubbly music and this weird bubbly project that I'm doing, which, this didn't take me that long. I thought it was going to take me longer, but it did not. So I guess we could do quick doodles or something. I thought this was going to take way longer, but yeah. Okay, let me take the tape off this and seal it up, and then I'll get set up for quick doodles, because I wanted to stream for at least an hour and chat with you guys about things that have been going on. So let me mute again and take this tape off and seal this little bottle, and then we'll get back to it.
The heavens, good girls aren't the one. I'm a flower and they bloom like a shower you with love. You can keep the keys to your dreams. Say the magic word, you know I'm all yours.
take it slow. You the type of dime I'm really trying to get to know. If it's cool with you, maybe we can hit the show. I can take you places you ain't know you wanna go. Baby girl, slow it down before you catch a feeling. You don't notice where I've been, I have been a minute. I've been trying to take my time cause it's been a minute. Really all I'm looking for is Mrs. Independent. Yeah, I heard the good girls do it better. Love a little harder and it get a little wetter. Go and gets good girl whenever we're together. Anytime she need it, I'ma bring a sweater for the weather. I'ma give you the world, now it's pushing it. I'ma give you my time, start booking it. Nowadays we turn away from all the ushy gushy shit. Everybody looking for love, but never look at it.
Want you to go someday. I'm gonna take you there. I'm gonna take you there.
Good girl, real high with the latitudes. And you're smart, turn around what the brains do. Independent and your credit score beautiful. You fine as hell, baby girl, I'm so proud of you.
Your dreams, say the magic words, the sweetest fate of the wild dreams. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Girl, good girl.
Nice guys don't finish last. They just wanna take their time.
Good girl, real high with the latitudes. And you're smart, turn around what the brains do. Independent and your credit score beautiful. You fine as hell, baby girl, I'm so proud of you.
The beats cause they dope, boy. So dope, so dope. But please don't copy my flow, boy. Nope. What have I been doing? Oh, same old, you know, I'm just kicking back, living life, living right. Only got one shot, go and follow your dreams. And when the haters come attack, you gotta bob and weave. Gotta hit 'em where it hurts, like Muhammad Ali. You got a torch on the way, cause it's time to leave. Said the parties never end, and we ain't got to leave. Cause the night's still young, just enjoy the breeze. Damn. Can't lie, today was a good day. Fell fly, new cool kicks and a kick-ass ride. And I kick it with my dogs, we just tryna get by. Just a couple of punts, all trying to get by. Just a couple of teens, all trying to survive. Live to the max, cause you don't live it twice. Couple green thumbs, all highs, okay. Weather getting warmer, getting closer to the summer. Damn, I don't wanna grow up, what a bummer. Word. To what? To my mother, we only going up, we ain't never going under. I told the bros, I ain't really worried about a sucker. Say that life is a bitch, make it yours and go and fuck her. I hope you understand these special nights don't last forever. But while we still young, let's enjoy the night together. Real world creeping up on me like boo. Seems like my days of youth are almost all consumed. They almost all been used. Cause I gotta grow up when I'm done with school. Simpler times, spent with simpler minds. Probably thought about them damn near a million times. But that was back before I had like a billion rhymes. I guess that life's still good, it's just a different vibe. Just a couple of punts, all trying to get by. Just a couple of teens, all trying to survive. Live to the max, cause you don't live it twice. Couple green thumbs, all highs, okay. Just a couple of punts, all trying to get by. Just a couple of teens, all trying to survive. Live to the max, cause you don't live it twice. Couple green thumbs, all highs, okay. Lights, camera, action, hold the bullshit. Kinda baggy, looking wavy like the ocean. Keep it in the dry, cause you know the smell is potent. Never really tripping, try my best to stay focused. I try to keep it cool, all you lames keep it bogus. My head on a swivel, looking out for the locust. I'm on 10 toes, trying to top my opponents. Am I the next best thing? Well, I think I'm the closest. Alright, word. That's everything, I think. You trying to go outside now, though? Alright, let me put on my shoes. Oh yeah, shit, and shout out to my cousin Cole and my grandma. Wouldn't be able to do without him.
What in bag's name? What's going on? My bag. I shouldn't have hit that last night. I knew I shouldn't have.
Alright. Am I recording? Okay, we are back. Had to reset the space a little bit to get ready to do more arts. I mean, not arts and crafts, doodles.
In the bathroom in the tub, my my neck was hurting. I was looking all around me thinking if the drugs was worth it. I was clearly messed up.
Yeah, so that Decoden project literally took like 10 minutes. I thought it was gonna take an hour. So we're gonna work on some quick doodles.
Joint in my hand, stopped by receptionist. Man, I ran out the door, hop right past the fence. Trying to chase me like a scene from Johnny Quest. Put out that joint, hit that thing in my vest. About last night, I'm trying to figure out the rest. Man, I hit the bone with Stephen King, the room looked like the mist. Boy, Han Solo wanna take a couple sips. Don't know if I did, I was on some acid. I was tripping on my Doom Patrol. I met that robot Cliff, he was kinda chill. He had some trauma with his kid. Can't forget that E-pill that we did. Looking at myself on snap vids of me just getting lit. Need to catch a moment like Twix. I think it was the drugs that had me
So let
feeling
me
like
see if I can pull up some references.
Acid, ambience. Her ex-man turned to a lesbian. It's all good, I told Shorty tell a friend to go and tell a friend that we gon' get it in. That's a two-step, I'm still getting my groove on. I'm in your girl room, we trying to think of a newborn. Talking about you, she trying to figure what you want. Said he think he hot, but really buddy is lukewarm. Try me, we getting two head, it's like she Siamese. But now it's to the club, trying to look for my ID. End of the night, I'ma probably need an IV. Really, I'm a menace, who done let me in society. If I eat the whole strip, I promise ain't no finding me. Hello, fear, fear, it's my anxiety. Look up in the mirror, stare what's that inside of me. Reach into my mind and rip it out, it's how it's gotta be.
Had to move the monitor around a little bit. Okay, now we're all situated to do some quick doodles. Where did I leave off? So, quickly rambled on about what happened that night. But yeah, it was, I'd have to say, it was a lot to deal with. I was honestly scared we were going to lose Sugar that night, and I didn't know what to do, and I was going to be alone because Alex needed to go to to run the convention for me, but it so far everything is all worked out, and we're going to be okay. So we're trying to stay positive, keep busy, and Sugar is sleeping right now, so that is why I decided to stream to give myself something to do. I haven't really been out anywhere in several days, like almost a week now, because I was so scared to leave her at home by herself, in case she had another seizure and I wasn't around. But yeah, so here we go. Let us draw Turbo Granny. So, as far as how Anime LA went for us this weekend, I think I'm repeating myself at this point, but whatever. We broke even, which is all I could hope for with everything going on in Los Angeles right now. And last year we had been able to go around and visit several family members, but I know this currently both of the family members on Alex's side that we visited have had to evacuate, and my uncle, who lives north of the mountain range, hasn't had to evacuate yet, but they're on standby. I think it's like, they said it's like 5 miles from them, the current evacuation area. So they're standing by, but hopefully they'll be okay. They're keeping us up to date. So our original plan before was to vacation like a whole week in LA after the convention, but Alex is actually going to come home early on Sunday, not Sunday, Wednesday, because we had booked the Airbnb for the whole week, because that was the requirement to book the Airbnb that we did. And originally the plan was to stay at the Airbnb until Wednesday, and then we drive up to stay with my uncle. But with everything going on, obviously I'm not with Alex, and my family being on standby to evacuate, he's just coming home Wednesday. We were able to switch the flights out. And luckily his return flight was not too expensive. I think it was like an extra $30 that we had to pay to switch it, but it turned out okay. So right now he's just kind of exploring Long Beach, and I don't know if he'll go up to LA because it is on fire. And there's a lot of, things going on, but he might go up to the Griffith Observatory, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what the situation is or the traffic that's going on with evacuations and stuff right now. But for everyone who's dealing with it right now, I hope that you guys are all safe, or that you have some place to go to if you did have to evacuate. So at ALA, we were part of a Don to Don rally, actually, and my ribbon was Sugar and Turbo Granny kind of dancing to the theme song. So if you picked up one of our ribbons at the stamp rally, I hope you liked it. I mean, it wasn't really a stamp rally because there was no stamps. It was just ribbons, so ribbon rally. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the ribbon. I wish I had time to make more. I'm always like last minute with these things. Last year I said I was gonna plan to make more ribbons, but I still ended up making all of these ribbons last minute. And then the other ribbon rally I was in was one hosted by Single Sploot, where we did a furry friend apartment tower, which was a really cool idea. So basically each floor had animals doing different things. I had my two dog mascots reading in the living room, and then I made a matching sticker of Sugar reading on the chair that we also had for sale at the event. This Sharpie is dying. And for everyone who also stopped by the booth to wish Sugar well or sent the kind messages online, we appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your kind words and caring about Sugar. I told them all to her. Like, I read all the messages to her. Now, if you're thinking about if you should do Anime Los Angeles, I would say to each their own. If you're local to Los Angeles, Long Beach, or just California in general, I'd say go for it, because it is a super fun event with the ribbon culture and ribbon games, and the attendees are super fun as well. But if you're traveling from Florida, like me, which is on the other side of the country, that's what I mean by to each their own. So last year we pretty much just broke even like we did this year. We were hoping to make more this year, but of course the current situation, we were fortunate to have broken even and cover our expenses. And I would still do it again next year, even if all we do is break even, just because it's like one of those events that's like good for the soul, and it's just really fun. Now it is first come first serve, so that is stressful, but at least you know immediately if you're gonna be there or not. I did notice, because I was following on social media, that several people that used to be in Artist Alley also, I guess, pulled the monies together and got exhibitor booths together. So that was new. So if you have a couple of artist buddies, that could be an option for you as well. I think this doodle's pretty much done. Not bad for warm up. It's a little lopsided, but it is what it is. I'll show you some other doodles that I did last night. This one's Mushu, Okaroon, and this one came out a little weird. I think the eyes are too far apart, but this was supposed to be Rapunzel. I think this one's my favorite one. It's so thick, I thought there was 2 pages, but it's just one. Let's pull up another reference. Let's draw Shiratori next. I got a pretty good reference for her. Alright, camera focus. There we go.
What you have against me?
sometimes it takes me several drawings to get in the groove, especially if I haven't drawn in several days. So these first few drawings are gonna be pretty rocky. Now, the reason I draw in Sharpie is specifically for the reason so I cannot erase, which forces me to commit to whatever lines I'm going to make. So I do think about it twice before I just throw down a line, and I try very hard to be more intentional with the lines I make. So before, I used to draw a lot of through lines, like, you know, the crosshairs and stuff, but it did make the drawing look a little messy because I couldn't erase it. So now I do my best to try to visualize those crosshairs in my mind and kind of keep them in place. And it takes me a few drawings to really get in the groove and nail it down in my head. And when I'm doing these kind of quick doodles, I'm usually drawing from a specific reference, and I'm essentially trying to capture exactly what I see. I'm not trying to draw a new pose or anything complicated from my mind. That is a completely different type of exercise to do. But even if I were making like my own drawing, like in my own composition, I would probably approach it differently and do like several different thumbnails, and then decide which thumbnail I like, and then I will still go and find references for it. Either I make my own by doing the pose myself and taking pictures, or I will find, like, if it's an animal, I'll look up pictures of the animal. You know, there's just because you're working on your own drawing doesn't mean you can't try to find references of what you're looking for. You don't have to imagine everything. It'll be more believable if you're drawing a cartoon of a giraffe. It'll be more believable and more accurate if you just actually research what giraffes look like, instead of trying to imagine what a giraffe looks like in your head with no reference. Unless you draw giraffes all the time, then you could like Aaron Blaze it and just draw it from memory. Like, I swear that dude could probably draw bears and lions with no reference and they'd be perfect. But he's drawn them so many times and gone on like safari exhibitions that like he has that muscle memory recall. And I mean, I think that's why, like, when you're in school, like, they make you do figure drawing and, look at anatomy sketches and try to recreate the anatomy sketches so that you can build that memory library in your head. So if you're not able to look up references, or you just want to be able to draw on the fly, you can. I don't draw often enough, so I have no memories. That, and I have the memory of a goldfish, so I need references.
Sugar Bear, what you doing?
Sorry. Just checking up on Sugar. She's just playing behind me.
I like your mind.
Local traditions, exotic food. Making new friends, storytelling, laughter and cheers.
There we go. There's Ayase. So, look. When I look at it from the angle like this, where I was drawing, it doesn't look that bad. But when I look at the top view from the camera, it is like really off. And that's what I mean, like the first few drawings I do are just like garbage. Either I draw too many lines or the proportion is like completely off. For some days I'm just like not feeling it and I can't draw for crap. You ever have one of those days? Let's see. This is the angle I was looking at it when I was drawing. And normally, like, I'm kind of like more directly on top of my drawing, but I think because I'm off to the side a little bit, trying to not get the top of my head on the camera, that it's like a little lopsided. But let's try it one more time.
You okay? You okay, Sugar Bear?
Sorry, I forgot to talk. I was concentrating drawing, I forgot to talk. But, okay, so this is take 2. I think I drew this way faster than last time. Okay. I think this one came out better. Let's compare it to the other one. Oop, sorry. Didn't mean to bang that. So, first attempt. Little chonky. Little, weird on the jawline. Eyes are a little squished. Attempt number 2. I tried to concentrate a little bit more and less chat. And, yeah, so I think I'm slowly starting to get warmed up. But that is a pretty good example of how it takes me a couple drawings to get warmed up. And when I'm at conventions and I'm doing like quick doodle commissions like this, usually I mess up the first time, especially if you're the first person to commission me that day. And sometimes I will give you both drawings, even if the first one is super fugly. I will give you both. So, because like, you know, what am I going to do with the drawing? So, I don't know if you get a kick out of it if you get the other one, but you get both drawings if I mess up. So this is the one I did earlier of Turbo Granny. And this is the ones I was showing you guys that I did last night. Alright, well, it has been about an hour. I don't want to stream too long today because I am still keeping an eye on Sugar and I think it's time for her next dose of medication. But I hope to stream more this year. And currently I'm just streaming on YouTube, though I do have a Twitch channel. And as soon as I figure out how to set up everything to stream again on Twitch, I'm probably going to alternate between streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And I'll probably do simple drawings like this, like quick doodles. I guess I could stream gaming on Twitch, but the only game I really play is League, and I'm like real bad at League. But I've been it's like, how many years have I been playing it? I've been playing it so long, like, it was back in the day when, like, you had like these, I don't know, like hexagons or something that you had to like click like ability points to attribute to. I don't remember. It was like way back in the day. Was that like 7 years ago, 10 years ago? I can't even remember. But yeah, all those years I've been playing it and I still suck at it. Like, I'm iron right now. I've been iron since like they introduced iron. It's so bad. So bad. But let me know in the comments if you want to see me suck at League. I will stream it on Twitch, no problem. You can see how bad I am. But yeah, and maybe the next one I'll do is another hour of straight up quick doodles. I really thought this whole stream was going to be the Decoden, which, let me bring it back up on the screen for people who missed it. But this literally took like 10 minutes. Once I got the icing on there and like stuck all the stuff on, I think it's because I'd already like planned out how this was going to go on here, that like I literally just put the icing on, stuck them on, and I'm like, is this it? There's nothing left to do. Like, okay then. But this was fun. I wish I had more of this, because like I want to make more. It's like, now that it's begun, like, I need more. Okay, anyways. And like I said, I really want to tell you guys thank you for those of you guys who came out to Anime Los Angeles to support us, and we were able to break even because of your support, so that we can go back and, roll over that income into another event. And if you didn't get to see us at Anime Los Angeles, please visit our online shop at alexandcandy.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at Kawaiistarz, and that's where I'll post most of the stuff I work on. And I'm fairly consistent in posting something at least a few times a week. If anything, I post on my stories. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye! Okay, how do I turn off the stream?